Hey Jody, my name is Alzay Calhoun, and first off, I just wanted to say congratulations for being number 351 on the Inc. 5000 list. You guys are growing. You guys are growing very quickly, and you're running a solid company. So my hat's off to you. I also wanted to say that I agree with you that CRM matters. How you follow up with prospective clients, how you follow up with existing clients, and making that a process matters. And it's amazing to me how many business owners can't get their heads around that, or how many business leaders can't get their heads around that. So you guys offer solutions to help them figure out how they should best follow up with customers and clients. And I just think, so good on you. Good on you guys for offering a service that really is needed in the marketplace. I was looking over your site, and what I found is that the content that you're creating could be working much harder for you. Now, I believe that you really are missing some opportunities, but the question for you is going to be, is it worth the effort to pursue them? And I believe that there are opportunities and it is worth the effort. So for both of us, let me just remind you of what the end game is, why you're in the content game anyway. So what you're trying to do is invite people into your house of content. There's a conversation that you want to have, and you want to invite people into that conversation. So very practically, people are searching the internet for information, for stuff. And what you want to do is invite them into a conversation that basically says how to get CRM results. But you've got to build a house to invite them into. And so what we do is we build these different platforms. We build a blog, a Facebook page, we build a LinkedIn profile, we build a YouTube channel. And separately, those bricks don't do much. But when you put them together under the roof of CRM results, then you can begin to invite people inside. And the people inside are those that are on your email list. Those are the people who have said, hey, I want more, right? It's a permission-based email list. They've opted in to get more information from you. So the major idea here is you've got to build a house around your content. Now, how does that work very practically inside a business, or specifically inside your business? Well, you create great content and you syndicate it to every major relevant platform so your audience can consume it. You make great content and then you syndicate it. So here's how that basically works. Here's what I do, and here's what I suggest my clients do. Is you begin with very short, punchy videos. And you make a very quick 2 to 4 minute video with one specific problem, giving one specific solution. You take that video and you transcribe it. So now you have a written version of the video you just created. Then you take a relevant image along with that video. So now that piece of content, that video, has 3 formats. Then you begin the syndication process. You take the video and you upload that to YouTube. You take the YouTube video and its transcription, and that immediately becomes a blog post. You remind your email newsletter, those folks who already want more from you, and tell them about this new content they can go consume. From there, you syndicate to LinkedIn via an article post, and again on Facebook via a LinkedIn post. So one piece of content works 5 ways, and then all of that content leads to a core lead capture page, a phone number, or whatever core offer it is that you want to introduce them to. Now, maybe you've seen this before. Here are a couple of examples of folks who are doing it at a really high level. There's a software as a service platform called Lead Pages. Lead Pages makes YouTube videos. I'm on their list, so they send me an email about a new blog post that they just created with the YouTube video on it. They also syndicate that post on Facebook and on the Twitter account. Here's another example, a woman named Marie Forleo. She's in the business coaching author expert niche. And so she makes YouTube videos, and she sends me an email when she's made a new video. And that video is on her blog with the transcription or the written element tied to the blog. She syndicates on Twitter. She syndicates on Facebook. And if those are common examples, here's a very uncommon example. How about the origami niche? So this gentleman literally folds sheets of paper into shapes, and that's what he does for a living, right? So he's got these videos on his blog where he shows you how to fold these sheets of paper into shapes. He's got videos on other people's channel, for example, 20,000 views for the origami insects video, and he's got almost 31,000 views for a video about a sparrow. He folded a sheet of paper into a sparrow. So the point here is that there's a model that works, right? No matter what niche you're in. So here are a couple of thoughts I had for you when I took a look at your site. So first thing is I took a look here on your blog. Your latest post was in February. Right now we're in July. So there's a lot of posting opportunities that you've missed, right? So there's more content that you can post here on your own blog. Second thing when I saw your blog is you said you've got a link here for subscribe to your blog. There's no real incentive, right, to subscribe here. So this is an excellent opportunity to give something of value to someone, to encourage them to subscribe to your blog. Again, if they're the folks inside the house, you want as many as you possibly can. So those are two immediate examples. Now you did take this post and it did make it to your LinkedIn account. So that post is here. You did syndicate there. But this was the last post you've made. So again, there's more opportunities here to syndicate via LinkedIn. When I looked here at your Facebook account, the last post I see here is April 2nd. So again, we're in July. There's a lot of opportunities you've missed here. And your Twitter account, which I thought was interesting, you're pretty active here on Twitter. But all the content here is from Salesforce's blog. So the question would be for you as a company, what is your specific point of view? What unique value proposition, what opinions, what stance are you taking as a company separate from what Salesforce provides? Yes, you offer a service that's tied to Salesforce, but you've got to have your own opinion on it. That's why you started the company, right? So, and I know you have it because you've got clients, you're making revenue. So you do have a stance, but it's not being leveraged across your current platforms. So point here is that there is a model that works, and it works for those who use it. So it's a combination of what you know and your existing content strategy to build a platform of authority. And what does that get you? Let me kind of list that real quick. Now you've got scalable content when you do it right, and now you are appropriately positioned across the internet. When you're saying the right thing on the right platforms, then everybody knows you for what you want to be known for. But if you're not creating content often, then that's hard to do. You're now systematically creating the kind of content that gets liked, shared, pinned, forwarded, bookmarked, and kept, right? Creating great content, make that a system, and then now folks actually, they want to share what you have all the time. You're building your single most important business asset, which is your email list. That is the people who have the permission-based email list of the people who have raised their hand and said, we want more of what you have to say. And the bigger that audience, then the bigger your opportunity is as a business. You're establishing that most important trusted advisor relationship that allows for premium pricing. So the more content you put out, the more people like you, and the more they value what you have to say. And that gives you an opportunity to charge higher prices when appropriate. Clients now choose you instead of you having to chase them. Again, the more they like you, they have already predetermined that you are their provider. So it's just a matter of you just simply saying who wants some help. And the better you create that, the simpler your conversations go. And finally, your content marketing now becomes an asset instead of a distraction that you have to make time for. That's what creates these big gaps in posts, is you got to make time to post. And so instead of having to make time to post, turn it into a strategy. So now it becomes an asset for your company. You do it because it builds the company, not because you feel forced to. So now how does all this work technically? So I'm not going to explain all this to you, but I'm just going to lay it out, and you can pause the video wherever you like so that you can review it yourself if you choose to do that. So I show my clients a very simple 3-step formula. There's an intro. In the video, you give them one problem, one solution, and a quick outro. There's your video format, good to go, begin the upload process. So then when you upload to YouTube, there's a 5-step process here. You can pause the video and see what those steps are. On the blog, I've got a 4-step process here. You can pause the video and see what those are. Then you create an email that invites everybody to come see your new blog post. You see the strategy at play here. And then on Facebook, again, there's a 5-step best practices suite that I go through. Those are those steps. On LinkedIn, there are 3 best practices here. You can follow those as well. You just pause the video, you can see those. So Most importantly here is, what do you need to make all this work, right? What are the things that you should have as a leader of the business so that this stuff can in fact be a system for you? So here's that list. Is you need a messaging strategy. You need to know who you're trying to reach and what exactly you want them to do. So once you hit them with your content and they've received it, what is the exact next step you want them to take? You need a content plan and a content calendar, which means what platform should we be on, because not every platform is relevant for you, and how often should you post? Third is you need a system for execution. So content should be created, edited, and published with only executive level involvement from you. You shouldn't have to write every piece, conceive every piece, edit every piece. It doesn't work. Lastly is you need inspiration for creating great content. You need to consistently be introduced to new thoughts and ideas that you can push against, that you can challenge, that you can put forward, so that you can create insightful, purposeful, and professional content. Not content that's hurried, boring, or distracted. So again, the end game is to invite people into your house of content. You've got people on the internet looking for help. You want to invite them into a conversation about CRM results, but to do that, you've got to build a house for them to come on in. And so you do that with your blog, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your YouTube. Those become really important building blocks. And then you can invite people into your email list and then offer them products and services. So with that being said, Jody, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for what you do. Congratulations on leading a growing company. Good luck out there, and please keep being awesome.